congrats to Nebraska. I thought their energy and execution in the second half obviously was a difference. I thought they were quicker to loose balls, kept possessions alive, fed off the positive things they were doing. And for us, I thought, even in the first half, too many jump shots. We made some that covered up. It's hard to sustain that over 40 minutes. In the second half, it felt more of the same, and then obviously turned the ball over and just fed into the momentum that they were creating. So, we'll break this down and learn a lot from it, and move on to the next one. Questions? Jeff?
Greg, obviously this team is tough at home. You knew they were going to make a run, but you think you guys lost some poise? I'm thinking of the turnovers in the second half. They're errant balls.
Yeah. I thought we got completely away from what makes us good. And the shots that we settled for at times, and then obviously turned the ball over and gambling defensively when we didn't need to gamble, just doing some very uncharacteristic things. Mike.
Obviously, you took case almost entirely out of the game. Does kind of focusing that much off ball on a guy change the way that you're able to defend and maybe not allow you to get to spots on switches and stuff like that?
Not really. I thought we did a good job on K-Save, but C.J. Wilcher's the one that got going tonight, and he has been playing well. It's not a surprise. C.J.'s been shooting it well, and we didn't pick him up. He got the heat check one in transition in the second half. I thought we switched when we didn't need to switch, and we got behind him on one of the shots in the second half. Other than that, I'll have to look and see how tough they were. He can get it off quick and doesn't need a lot of space, and obviously they got confidence and momentum going, and we handed them a lot of things to increase their confidence too.
You guys have relied so heavily on your offense all year long. Does this cause any worry for when the offense isn't there?
No, it's just the offense isn't going to be there when you're not getting to the free throw line and you're taking a lot of 2-point jump shots or bad threes. So we got to get back to being more disciplined in terms of shot selection, and when jump shots aren't going in, like I said in the first half they were, but to sustain that over 40 is pretty impossible. You've got to establish yourself in the paint through the post, and you've got to start attacking and get into the free throw line. We don't shoot any free throws, or very few until late. But there's because we're not putting the ball in the position where we're going to get fouled.
You mentioned that you can't sustain it for 40 minutes, and they saw a lot of shots to win the first half, though. Do you think that gave them a little sense of, false sense of security that, hey, we can keep shooting away because we're up by 16?
Well, I think you always, even in the first half, I felt, Jeff, we took some shots, and we talked about shot quality needs to be better. In some, we had a couple runs, and Chucky got those steals there that got us a little separation to finish out the half, but shot selection still was, it's okay when it's one or two, but when it continues to, be questionable decision after questionable decision, we got to catch ourselves and say we can't continue to rely on that type of offensive approach.
You've said before that Steven needs to be more selfish and go, I think, two shots tonight. I know they doubled him hard, but does he need to be more active?
Absolutely. I thought he was not aggressive enough. He's got to be more aggressive. Whether they're double teaming him or not, he's got to play with more force inside. And I didn't think, obviously, with anybody in the paint, we really played how we need to play, how we have been playing. It's one thing if they're doubling, but there was times we just were not aggressive at all in the paint.
Tyler really didn't get those spots either, I guess. How did they play the paint differently than they did last week?
Well, they're I don't know if it's not any different. I thought we were less aggressive in terms of attacking the rim from both the perimeter and the post. So I think that was the biggest difference, is we were not nearly as aggressive as we have been in those situations. And and again, we got to convert when we do have it there. Tyler had it there a few times. I thought could have made a better decision, but Steve just needed to be more aggressive, and we're going to help him get back to being more aggressive in there. And then the other guys can't take the bait of settling for a lot of jump shots, specifically when we can get better shots. You know, we were very, very rarely late in the clock, so it's not like we have to take desperation shots. We can work for better shots, and like I said, we'll learn a lot from this and move on to the next one.
Very
All good? All right.
Thanks.